Welcome to my channel Journey of Spirit. It's free. Oh yeah, the numbers, angel numbers were free on the clock as I wanted to say woke up, but I was awake. I was laying in my bed. I was off to bed at the angel number 003. And one over explanation or explanations and repetitions. That was what got me out of bed. When you are over explaining towards someone else, then you are still kind of hooked into a matrix on an other level. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah. How do I get away with things? Or how do you get away with being a certain way? If you look around and if you see how berserk everybody is reacting, and that has to do with how the so-called leaders and or ops were trying to create their own rules. They wanted this chaos. They create with their own setting their own rules, basically. Trying to get us to accept those rules. They created this chaos where there are, in this illusion, no rules. So when they are looking for riling up people that are mental who are quote unquote crazy, they can't, because everybody in their country, in their whatever they were settled and doing their business, they have given, that's the karmic lesson, they have given a free pass to for us to behave the way we do. And look kind of normal. That has to do with how do you dare to go online, public, and go so deep into mental states. Yeah. So they fucked up. They kicked the matrix or their own illusion of it. So now there's important information. You can hate what I'm doing here, but like I said, it was free. A spirit was like, you are going online, so I'm doing my morning, my morning business, as in, did I really have to? Yeah, I had to. It was important, but it is a statement of rebellion. Yeah. Well, you can get away with this because certain drugs are being legalized. Streaking and mooning and etc. would be illegal. Yet you have the parades. And that around children as well. So that's why those businesses are fucking up. Oh, excuse my French. Oh, I could get away with it spiritually. Being that rebellion. Anyway, that's how you, yeah, not promoting what I'm doing, but yeah, it was a statement where there was that critical person hanging on what you were saying. Because in the efforts, I had someone that was like, huh, I see you repeating this, that's so and so and the other. So you are a hypocrite. And I'm like, no. The energy works so beautifully that spirit pulls me out of bed. That's my protection. Gets me out of bed, gets me online, and be like in your face. If I'm mimicking you being on repeat, wanting to monitor every word that comes out of my mouth, that is me. I said I was a mirror. And that reflects back in weird ways. I can acknowledge that I'm aware of it. Yeah. And I'm working on it. So stop focusing on what you want to hear. Pardon. Or your projection of a person. There was a coffee talking. I had some native energy popping in as in extra protection and support for me. Yeah. And what was it about that repeat spirit? That it feels like you are stuck. And the only way that you are stuck from a holistic healer point of view is that you are either focused on that, or your spirit is saying you want to resolve for that situation and you don't see it because you are so focused, blinded by the topic, where you need to expand your way of viewing things. Because when you are hunting and focusing down on your somebody else, yeah, pinpoint on that goal, then you are automatically, yes, moving forward, but you don't see what got aligned for you, or yeah, can be that spirit is telling you you are on repeat by solely that part of your behavior. Review if you really didn't have a resolve, because the situation might have resolved itself in another way. Somebody sarcastically saying that bit you were back in the ass. Love you too. I saw a spirit coming through who wanted to come through, wasn't ready to, basically, at first. Or you didn't climb. That was it. But isn't yet ready to face what you got to say. Because with deceased people, I got over the fact of needing to forgive them before they passed, etc. Oh yeah, I did a video where I explained the fly situation. Normally I would bug bomb the place, but I have guinea pigs, and therefore I can't use spray. So we are working on it. We are playing whack-a-mole and having fly tape, but which is in itself, if you ask me, it's not like aesthetically pleasing, but it is what it is. It's getting fixed. Oh yeah, having my coffee. I should have done that apparently a couple of videos ago, but that's not in this topic of this one, so why does it occur? Because I was talking about the feeling stuck on something. Oh yeah, to get to know or get familiarized with energy in itself and how it works. The energy will play with you through that to get you acquainted, familiarized in how you should work with that energy. There you go. So the mechanisms behind it. I'm drinking, don't make me laugh. Thank you very much. Oh yeah. Somebody was doubtful about your gifts. That's been a common theme among several readers, so I'm not the only one who picked up on that, so let that be clear. As I got it, yes, that was from years ago. And just because you made one remark, you triggered their ghost from the past. Auntie? With certain, I said on my community board, if something shifts in the pixel in my face, it's normally a spirit coming through. Somebody want to tell me on take accountability for whatever they view me. I have done that. Doing that, it is what it is. But also spirits that are around me can also change my voice breathing, my whole demeanor, or how I'm feeling. Because why? Just to be the devil's advocate with my reads that I just had, but I do also read for other readers. That also, yeah, we know better. We know from the person that has problems with their back, lower back, and or problems with their legs, those sensations. So then I would be, if I put again that energy attachment at it, that extra baggage of myself, then I link myself to that subject, to that topic. Yeah, pulling it down. And then I would be like a hypochondriac and be like at the doctor's office for, I don't know, that it would be best for me to live at the doctor's office, I think, if I would take everything happening in a moment serious, other than channeling. Anyhow, there was way too much attention. I wanted to focus on that topic. Yeah. Smartass. Yes. Brings me back to another topic. Oh, and you can get stuck by a certain if you don't trust yourself, if you have low self-esteem, then you can fall back in a repetition, or yeah, and that's a channel where spirit wants to guide you back to that topic, as in be on that next level, or tell it from the next level. But when you are dealing with a group or in a community, you attracted yourself to one another for the sole reason that there were lessons in that. You know what they are or were, and then you are focusing on what bonded you in the first place, where you will see certain behaviors of others in the group where you are like, that's not for me. Eventually. Or one is already on that level, not wanting to see what was their part in that story, the other one sees the entanglement and is like freaked out. Okay, yeah, then. Okay. thinking it through. And the reason why was that I saw, well, that was that interesting part of me saying how spirit can relay their messages in certain ways when people are sleeping, like in the way of visions. I had a vision during the day once, and before that I had a dream. Of something happening to my kid. So their daddy was taking out the trash, taking the bin across the street. In my vision, it didn't happen, but that was the vision I got. So I saw my kid running to cross the street, where it got "Give your love to the tape." And my kid ran across the street and got, or tried to, and got hit by a car. Like I said, that didn't came true, thank God. But it had nothing to do with my kid. It was, as I broke down that vision, after I received a message of confirmation, and that looked entirely different than my vision. It was about a kid from his side of the family was involved in a accident. That later came out. Therefore, I knew that was truth too, but visions don't need to have or carry the entire truth, because you need to filter in other stuff that you process during the day. Anyway, I went way off because I was talking about the monitoring spirit. If so, it has to do with how I view things. Where, although if it's true, I'm not the type of person, I will stand up for myself like I did here. I will show up and be like, is it what now? And spirit, yeah? But I have no need to slander you, bash you, or what have you. The energy that I picked up, if it was true, it was like over a story that was taking place 4 years? No, not even. More. Where I'm like, get a freaking life. Or get out of that ego very, very fast. Filtering in own accountability, that there can And that is a big thing. When you intertwine and mingle your energies, um, I really, really want to level up out of that part of being a sensitive medium. Uh, to be that sensitive to that sensitivity, and that or the fear of that entanglement of energies in general. Like in my videos, I can mirror and I can let go of it, and I did that just to get over fear, doubt, etc. I'm like, there's a message in here for someone, and if it only helps one person, then great. If it helps several, it's beautiful. Yeah. So it can be that somebody of that past is returning, and or someone knows you from that past. But then there are a lot of, as I saw it, a lot of spirit wants me to say unholy energies, but that's because I had unclean. I had in Dutch onrein, and then unholy. Yeah. And as I saw it, that person that thought you would go out and slander them, you actually didn't. Yes, they did. And that is already out, so why am I on repeating that? I wanted new, helpful. Yeah. Can we give collective that? Be aware of that energy where you had a situation with that basically standard you or try to put you in a bad daylight or bad light. Him trying to that's why I got out of bed. I was like, that's not personal, but I was like, ew, ew, ew. No, I don't. I forgive you, but I don't need to be. I don't need a friendship with you, and or more, because there's a person that is a bit too rich to my taste. Like being a friend, being like I'm hearing someone dragging something. And I want to say next door, but it isn't next door because the next door is empty. Anyway. But it will come from that moment from being seeing what you did, being sorry, to immediately wanting to is rubbing off as I'm saying it to say it. I haven't sensed it yet. I haven't worked through it yet. It didn't fully completely make sense to me yet. But because of their old pattern, be like, oh, space people. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, and if you have an energy from that era, you need to hash it out. That one needs to step out from behind the scenes, basically contact you, and so I want to say that to if there is an energy of and it does have the courage to, because it does take courage and strength to come toward you for what they did. One of you is oh dear. Okay, that's up to you what you do with it. Yeah, totally understand. I'm like, was that even one of you, or was that collective, or was that one of my guardians? Probably one of my guardians saying, look, how easy. Know what? I don't know. That's some beautiful support. Thank you. Yeah, but for the person, me understanding, this the energy is saying, when you were a certain way back then, and if you are still, and the overall energy is haven't let it sink in. Then, so I'm very careful in what I channel now. Would you like then the other energy of behind the scenes? Stepping forward and have that honest confrontational kind of conversation. I don't want to make an hour-long video. That's me being, it's in the open. But for some it is also picking up on past life of a person that fits the narrative. I took a moment of silence so you can let your speak for itself. That's fools. Playing hide and seek. Hey. Oh. That hair went wild. Has nothing to do with this. Is the other person then dealing with distractions? You. In that old voice. You. Okie doke. Oh yeah, and the group also thought that they were... Well, one of those groups thought that they were doing their witchcraft. Based on thinking you weren't that strong, yeah. Okay, another confirmation. With the reading I did before, doesn't matter how small it is, your experience, etc. You can chat about it or you can talk about it. It will help someone out. Does it feel comfortable? Not always, but if you look at my channel, I'm proud of it because I see the beauty in it. And then I could have heard a critical voice every now and then going sitting past my channel and be okay. Even with the last video, I was like, am I going to post it because of this, that, and the other? Where when I review, there are a few videos I just threw out there, yeah. And it was a period where I was reviewing my own content in the editing or in my gallery part before uploading. And then I could hear every voice of self, but there I trained my positive voice, or retrained that positive voice of self, that self-love voice, to be louder than, oh. So therefore I knew that yes, during retrograde you can have those little hints back, coming back up, but not taking it as a big problem or as heavy as the energy as I did in my face, where I was of lower vibration. There's a rhythm to it. Are you normally that nuts? Or that crazy? That's me in general life. And yes, then the energy resonates with people talking about in a feminine versus in a masculine. I see what spirit is doing. I'm looking at the timer. And that has to do with my dad. My dad was a introvert. He could yap. But be looking around him and or listening to stories and be like, they don't see it. Or thank God they don't see what I'm seeing or thinking. And that rubbed off on me. So yeah, I am that crazy. And the spirit also saying to show you that you flow. If you trust self, if you then people were controlling themselves by going back to their content, being their own bully energy for some, being too harsh on yourself. So that is for one or two, be aware. Yeah, because that can, and you see that mirrored in my other video as well, and in several even, where when I want to control spirit or want to be doing stuff too in the box perfect, then you are getting some of the elements that you can see in my video. And I'm sorry that I couldn't explain that before. but is through reviewing my own content. But that was after, yeah. So you see me as I develop. You see me in those moments. You see what happens. You see how it can play out. You see certain elements, certain effects. In one moment. Meanwhile, when I'm doing that, be certain that I'm learning a lesson on another level, what is important to me to help you better. And that could have been that my priority was that self-love and acceptance. And then you see me letting it flow out a little. And then I come back and be like, okay, next level. Is about making it more spontaneous or more fluid. Then taking it back again. Yeah, be like, how does it, with what I researched from doing my research, how does that here? And then you see me trying to connect the dots within who that can occur to, and I feel that some are knew that I had this knowledge, viewing me expecting that, yeah. And that's what I said. Then you are basically in the ripple of your person that was before you, who kept tabs on. If you understand, you understand. If you don't, it's okay. Let it, and it will click or sink in when it does. Yeah, so stop trying to control spirit. You can't control spirit because you have a spirit within, depending on which faith. You first need to help yourself, master yourself before you can guide into anything with another spirit. Or you were kicked into gear and life. That has to do with people going. I know there are also people who were at a certain level. That was their strength. That is what I posted on my community board. Came in some kind of ready, but that doesn't mean. Hello? That doesn't mean that you are ready on other levels, or the other levels aren't open for you. Or you are not missing a key, a piece. Yeah, and I can go on and show off that I can. No spirit. No, because the uploading is in the processing takes freaking long. As is, I don't need. We don't need that. Let this settle, sink in, take what resonates and follow the rest. Wishing you a beautiful day, night, wherever you are. And everything is in the description box. Namaste.